sometimes. Sometimes he'll have to let you have your own way. He has to let you do what you want to do. He has to let you be pleasing with you, because sometimes you're the only person that can please you. And you come to the conclusion that your pleasing don't please God. Isn't that something?
Amen.
Amen. He says, I'm going to set you up where you'll be able to judge. He says, this is a promise of the future blessings. Amen. It's not for now. It's a future blessing. Amen. Not only is it a blessing, but it's an authority. Amen. See, the disciples were promised, amen, to be seated at the banquet table of victory at the right hand of Jesus. Amen. They were supposed to be there, but they had to do it in Jesus' time. That's why Jesus said in the book of John, he says, I go to prepare a place for you. Amen. He says, I'm going to prepare. Amen. Not now, prepare. If I take you now, it is not prepared.
Come on.
I like that, because when he goes into preparation, it's almost as though he's a chef in the dining facility, and he has to prepare some things. Sometimes Jesus has to pre-cut some things, prepare, before paring knife, cut it into shape. God has to take out his word, the sword of his word, and cut us into shape so that we'll fit the place where he wants us to be. Come on. Amen. He has to prepare. He has to pre-cut. He has to shape us and mold us. Amen. And even sometimes mend us from the brokenness and the tornness and the tatteredness and oftentimes the bitterness of life. Yes, he does. That's why he told Satan, that's why he told Peter, he says, Peter, Satan has desired to have you that he may what? Sift you like wheat. Now, I don't know if you understand what he's saying here, because you don't just sift wheat. Amen. You don't just sift wheat. Wheat has to go through a process. First, it has to be harvested. Amen. Jesus has to pick you out of 1,000, millions, even billions. He has to pick you out. Then he has to shuck you. He has to take off he has to get all the outside stuff off of you. Amen. And that was a process, the way they would harvest the wheat, and what they call sifting the wheat is really not sifting the wheat. They would toss the wheat up in the air, amen, and the chaff would blow from the wheat, and the wheat would fall back down, amen, to its bed, and therefore they can take the wheat through the other processes. He says Satan has desired to have you. Now, I don't know about you, but my Bible lets me know that Satan can't have anything unless he has the Father.
Amen.
Amen. First of all, Satan cannot even attempt to approach anything that's covered in the blood.
Amen.
Amen. You ought to know that if you are weak, you are covered in the blood. Amen. You're not like the chaff and the tare of the field. You are worthy of... You are worthy of your calling. You are worthy of every expectation God has put upon you. And so therefore, you are considered weak. He's trying to tell Peter, you are weak. You're not just a pebble, anything to be thrown to and fro. You are weak. You, amen, somebody. I don't know about you, but weak roots, amen, grow deep. Come on. Yes, they grow deep. They only harvest the top portion of the wheat. They don't get to the root. Amen. So therefore, that which is produced can produce after its own kind. So therefore, God has chosen you as wheat so that you can go forth and make disciples. Come on.
Amen.
He talks to us and he lets us know that we are wheat, and guess what? As he prepares us, that lets us know that there's going to be something made from the substance that he has just harvested. Amen. And you don't just harvest wheat just to have wheat. You harvest wheat if you're going to make bread. You harvest, hey, come on now, somebody. You're not just harvesting. God don't just want to harvest you just so you can sit around. He's harvesting you for a purpose.
Amen.
And oftentimes you think that you're just supposed to sit around on your do nothing and, oh, come on now.
Amen.
You're just sitting on your laurels. You just sit. Your job is to learn his ways. He says, my ways are not your ways, so therefore you got to learn his ways.
Amen.
So while he's teaching you, you need to open up your ear gate and receive that which he is teaching. Amen, somebody.
Amen.